Have you ever stared at the ceiling in the dark of night, your chest tight with nameless worry? Have you ever sat in a crowd and felt utterly alone, as though something within you was missing, broken or lost? Have you looked in the mirror and asked yourself, who am I really, and why can't I find peace? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your old friend, and today, we are diving deep into the quiet ache that so many carry, but so few understand. We are exploring the very nature of restlessness, of mental chaos, and the profound truth behind the question, where is my mind? You might think this is a psychological issue, or a spiritual crisis, or just the result of modern stress. But what if the root of your suffering isn't out there, but in a forgotten truth? Today, we uncover that truth through the incredible story of the Buddhist monk Huiki and his legendary encounter with Bodhidharma, the Indian master who brought Zen to China. But this isn't a history lesson, it's a living metaphor that for you, for me, for everyone who's ever lost their center. Let's begin with a scene painted in the snow and silence of ancient China. 1500 years ago, high in the snowy mountains of Somshan, a lone monk stood outside a cave. He had been standing there for days, silent, still, unshaken by the cold. Snow piled up to his knees. The wind screamed like a dragon. Still he stood, palms together, waiting. He was not there for shelter or food. He was there for truth. This was Shen Kuang, later known as Huiki. He had studied scriptures, he had taught students, he had practiced diligently for years, and yet his mind was never at peace. O mantra, O doctrine, O ceremony had given him what he sought. So he came to Bodhidharma, a foreign monk known to be fierce, silent, and unhackably wise. For 9 years, Bodhidharma sat in a cave, meditating. He spoke to no one. He offered no easy answers. But Huiki, only this man can show me my mind. On the 7th day of snow and silence, Huiki drew a knife, cut off his own arm, and shouted through the blizzard, "Master, my mind is not at peace. Please grant me peace." Bodhidharma opened his eyes. "Calmly," he said, "bring me your mind, and I will put it to rest." Huiki searched. He searched the thoughts racing in his head, memories, dreams, regrets. He searched every corner of his awareness. And finally, in tears, he said, "I have searched, and I cannot find my mind." Bodhidharma smiled, "Then I have already set it at rest." Let that sink in. You search for peace, but peace is not found. It's revealed. You chase your mind, but your mind is a mirage. What you call my mind is often just a whirlwind of thoughts, emotions, images, desires, fears. But these are not you. When Huiki said, "I cannot find my mind," he meant this: the thing I thought was me is just noise. And when the noise settles, what remains? Clarity, stillness, presence. This is the mind you've never lost. Let's bring this ancient wisdom into the modern world. Today, we are more distracted than ever. Notifications, headlines, messages, headliness. Everyone wants our attention, but no one tells us how to reclaim it. We say, "I'm anxious." But what is anxiety? It is uninvestigated thought. It is the body reacting to a mind lost in projection. We say, "I can't sleep." But what is insomnia? It is a storm of thinking, beliefs about tomorrow, regrets about yesterday. We say, "I feel empty." But what is emptiness? It is the silence after all illusions fall away, and it is terrifying only if we don't know its true nature. The truth is, you are not your anxiety, you are not your sadness, you are not your confusion. You are the sky. These things are clouds. And when you stop chasing the clouds, the sky returns. This is the power of not seeking, not as in laziness, but as in surrender. You've spent your life trying to fix, to improve, to become. But what if the peace you seek is not something you achieve, but something you remember? Let me offer you a practice. Right now, stop. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, where is my mind? Don't answer with thoughts, just look. You may find a flurry of voices, images, feelings. But who is seeing them? There is something behind it all. Silent, unchanging. That right there is your mind. Not the moving, but the stillness. Not the story, but the screen. This is what Zen calls your original face. Before you were born, before you had a name, before you had trauma, ambition, anxiety, identity. You were just awareness. And you still are. The problem is not that you lost your mind, it's that you confused the noise for the self. When you stop identifying with every passing thought, you stop being pulled around like a leaf in the wind. You sit like a mountain. You smile like a Buddha. Let's return to Huiki. After his awakening, he didn't stop practicing. He didn't suddenly float on air. But she no longer sought what could not be found. Instead, he lived with simplicity, humility, and unshakable compassion. Because once you know who you are beyond the mind, you no longer need to defend it, decorate it, or fix it. You just be. And in being, you become free. So if you've been restless, anxious, scattered, know this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You've simply been looking for the moon in the water. And inward, and silent, let the ripples fade. The moon is always there. Your peace is not lost. It's just buried under thoughts. Excavate it not with effort, but with stillness. Let go of the search. Let the mind rest. And what remains will astonish you. Thank you for watching this video. If this message touched your heart, share your experience below. Have you ever glimpsed this silence within? Do you long for a deeper connection with your true self? Comment, like, and subscribe to walk this journey with us. And remember, peace was never far, it was only forgotten.